With great love and respect in my heart, I greet you from the holy city of Varanasi. So for a moment, I'm going to invite you to all to just come here with your eyes closed and be transported. Imagine as if you were sitting on the bank of the river. The river is flowing in front of you. The sun is rising and separating from the story that may be running in your mind. Just become empty. So wherever you are, just pull your spine straight. Open your shoulders. Lighten your mind and close your eyes. Relax your facial muscles, neck, shoulders, spine, softening the belly, get grounded, grounded. All the restlessness, anxiousness, settling down the way sand settles in a glass of water. I invite you to be that yogi who is sitting on the bank of the sacred river Ganga, flowing in the front. Watching the river of life just flowing without reacting. Holding the rising sun in the center of your forehead. Watching the river of life just flowing. As you calm down, your breath becomes smoother and shorter. For a moment, pause this breath. Bring the attention to the navel. Imagine a small triangle pointing downwards at the navel with a dot in the center. Breath is paused, focusing on the triangle pointing downwards with a dot in the center at the navel. Before you begin to stress, release the breath. And after a breath or two, again, pause. Light swirling around that dot within the triangle at the navel. We bow to that light within us. Take our attention towards the heart. As the breath comes in, beautiful lotus unfolds in the heart. As the breath goes out, all the petals come back to the center. Each in-breath is opening the lotus, out-breath is closing the lotus. Just practice it for 2-3 breaths. On the next breath, as the lotus opens, keep it open. Let the breath come and go on its own. You are focused on the open heart lotus. And the dome above the lotus filled with golden light. Release the breath before you begin to stress out. Let the breath come and go. Attention is on the heart lotus, fully opened. We bow to that light within us. Move our attention upward. Think about your eyes being absolutely still. Pausing the breath, let the mind rest in the center of the forehead. Then release the breath, let it come and go on its own. Your focus is on the center of the forehead, the rising sun. The river of life just flowing by. Be the yogi sitting on the bank of Ganga, meditating on the rising sun. We bow to that light and gently open our eyes. Thank you for taking this time and being here, connected in one spirit, one vision. There is only one vision, and that is to know that you are not separate from the rest. You are not separate from that great unknown, that great presence, which is known by so many names in so many places. It's the same. It's in you, it's in me, and it's in everyone around us. I was visiting the village I was born just a couple of days ago on my birthday. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am. But going back to that village, it's a very simple village surrounded by rice fields with the Vindhya mountain range all around. And there are even some tribal people who live there on the foothills. And they had created a little event that Babaji is coming. People had gathered, all kinds of people, people I had gone to school with when I was a kid. It's hard to see what few years can do. And it was difficult to even recognize some of them that I had played with in the dirt. The people who live by the hillside, they really live in bare things they have. They just have a little hut. They have enough food for the day. They got their kids. Some of them didn't even have proper clothing. A woman came just with this little bag, like half a pound of rice. And she said, "This is my crop, new crop rice that I have hulled, and this is all I have. And please accept this." When she was giving me that rice and the look in her eyes and her whole demeanor, for a moment, this arose in me. This is Divine Mother herself giving a blessing to me. It was not about how much she was giving, what she was giving. It was just the whole thing. And I felt so full and blessed after receiving that rice. The Divine Mother presents herself to us in so many different forms. Are we there to recognize her in that moment? Usually people have a certain image in their mind that she will come riding a tiger, she will come sitting on a lotus floating in the sky, she will come with all the bells and whistles. It's not so. When we are somehow, once we are settled in that state of being, to see her in our day-to-day life, that is a spiritual practice in itself. In order to see that divine presence in our life, we have to separate ourselves from the story that we are living. We have to separate ourselves from the way we are perceiving what's happening all around us and look in a different way. Things will go on, things will happen. We don't have to wait for things to change to see the divine. We don't have to wait for things to pass to bring spirituality in our life. We just have to shift our attention towards something higher. And whatever it takes, the catalyst could be anything. For me, the catalyst was this big shift coming from California, where there is abundance, where, as I see now, there is really no problem. When your basic needs are taken care of, you got your food, you got clothing, you turn a switch on, the room becomes warm, get in the car, go wherever you need to go without facing much traffic jams. So the basic needs are taken care of. Now it's up to us. Where do we shift our attention? Usually we begin to complain about something, find somebody else who is not doing what you expect them to be doing, become unhappy. Although everything is there. So that's life in the States. Coming back to the foothill of the mountain where the tribal people live with bare necessities, nothing, not even enough to feed their family at the end of the day and have warm blankets and clothing for their children, and still have that spirit to live. They didn't know me, but somehow they had come to see me. I was also thinking, what brings these people to see me? Why are they coming? What do they expect? Little curiosity, maybe. Maybe they will get a little food. Having all that, still having the spirit, this lady bringing a little handful of rice and giving it to me really touched me very deeply. The joy that comes in our heart by being of service. Knowing me, most of you know me, I love projects. I love to do something. If I see something uh, that can be improved, I like to really just put my energy behind it. That's what I learned from my guru, because he said to me, I was living in the States at that time. Although having everything, I wasn't experiencing the fullness. And Baba said to me, as long as you are living for yourself, you're not going to find that happiness. Look for your happiness in the smiles of others. And basically, what he said with that message, like living a life of service, really gives you an opportunity to direct the flow of your energy. People say, I'm a Shakti Upasak, I'm a Tantric master, I am this and I'm that. But basically, it's all about how our energy is directed. We all have energy, we all have Shakti. How do we direct it? In which direction do we let it flow? We can let it flow towards complaining and being angry and being frustrated and being numb. Or we can just direct it towards making a little shift in someone else's life. And I'm not speaking by reading a book or talking. I'm speaking from my own experience. The day I began to direct my energy towards bringing little change, not a big change, even small change in someone else's life who is a little less privileged, who is in need. I have experienced that inner richness, inner fullness. There is never a dull moment in my life. So as this year is coming to an end, I would like each one of us to really think, where is my energy flowing? How passionate I am towards the redirecting the flow of my energy. Maybe we begin to contemplate, look at our own life, how I have been living, and how much my energy is being directed towards seva, service, selfless service. And we also have to understand, what does it mean to have to selfless service? Something that I do not expect anything in return, not even acknowledgement or congratulations or thank you. That's the highest form of seva. There was a poet, his name was Rahim. And also he was a Jamindar, landlord. He had been given lots of land from the prince. Rahim was known for his giving, for dan. And whenever he gave something to someone, he never looked in their eyes. He never looked in the eyes of the recipient, giver, the recipient. He always looked at their feet. So someone asked, I notice whenever you give something to someone, you always look at their feet. Why? He said, I'm not the giver. I'm not giving. I'm just being the instrument. Denadar koi aur hai. The one who is giving is someone else. I'm just being the medium for this. When we engage in helping others, in being of service, for a moment, we take ourselves out of the picture and imagine that this ability to do something for the other, to give something for the other, is not mine. It's also a gift for me from some higher place, and it's flowing towards from me. We just become the instrument for that infinite source. We minimize that gift by putting ourselves in the middle, by bringing our ego, by bringing our need to be recognized, seen. And that it becomes a spiritual practice in itself. Seeing yourself as an instrument. Once you are an instrument doesn't need to be praised. The greatest praise for the instrument is, may I remain that instrument through which this energy flows. In all great traditions, there has been so much emphasis put on service, seva. And seva can be a very powerful spiritual practice, provided I know what I'm doing. We may think of being of service and do great projects, but how much my ego is in there, we have to just keep looking at it. I'm not saying if your ego is there, then don't do it, but you can make it a richer experience for yourself if just pull yourself out of it for some time and be grateful that you have been blessed with being that instrument through which this energy can flow. Going back to the village, before I became a sadhu, before I took on this life, I was still living in the States. I had come back and I was visiting the same farm. At that time, my father was alive. One of my classmates here from BHU, he had become a very high-ranking official in the seat of the city here. He had become district magistrate, and DMs in India are very powerful. They can make all kinds of things happen. So people knew that he was my friend, and somehow the word had spread. So there'll be all kinds of people who are coming to see me on the farm where I was visiting my parents. And I had gone there just for 2 or 3 days. It was a very special little time for me to be with my parents, but there's a slew of people. And I got so irritated. Look, my need is different. I come here for 2, 3 days nowadays. My father was watching from a distance and he came to me, tapped on my shoulders, and he said, be thankful that people are reaching out to you for help. That's all he said. Be thankful that people are reaching out to you for help. And sitting on the farm, I was thinking about that moment. Yes, we have our ways, we have our reasons to be upset, but the person who is coming to you doesn't know all that. They just have a very focused mind. And they have made the effort to come. How can we honor that in the middle of our irritation? People will reach out to you. They're thinking that you are the person who can help them. How can you honor their thinking and also not lose your peace. You know, these are the kind of things I always struggle with, and we all have to deal with that. Same practice. Whenever you are getting irritated, pause the breath. Pause the breath. And hold it as long as you can and slowly release it. Slowly take the breath in 2 or 3 times. This puts a brake on that horse that begins to gallop in the direction of irritation. Pull the rein. And you can make any event a moment of practice. We'll get irritated, we'll do this. But as long as we know this is happening and I have the tool to practice, make every situation a situation for practice. Then our life becomes, it will be what it will be. We do whatever we do. People are not going to change much. Situations are not going to change much. And all we can do is bring a little change in our own way of life and go through it. And that was the meditation this morning. You are sitting on the bank of the Ganga, on the river. The river of life is flowing by. You are meditating on the rising sun. Never lose the focus, the purpose that you have come here for. The river of life will continue flowing. There'll be little fish, there'll be crocodiles, there will be dead body, there will be boats, there will be whatever. It's just flowing by. It's not going to look at and stop there and stare at you constantly. It will pass by. So keep your vision high. Sit, be still. Practice. And sitting here, I also see right there, sitting from my chair, I see the cremation grounds where bodies are cremated. And it's such a beautiful metaphor, that here I sit on the bank of the Ganga. Ganga is flowing by, the river of life is flowing by. On the other bank is the cremation happening constantly. So it's a beautiful experience for me, and I just wanted to give you a taste of it. Hopefully you are able to get a little taste of it, and you don't have to be here with your eyes closed. Whatever is you are holding in your mind, that becomes your reality. That's wherever your mind is, that's where you are. So you can be anywhere, wherever you choose to be. Anyway, I'm just saying whatever is coming to my mind. I just wanted to say hi and see everybody who is here. Send you greetings from Varanasi. And thank you all for taking this time. If anyone has anything on their mind, you can say hi. I'm here. Unmute yourself and say. Dana, is that you? Unmute yourself, say something, what's happening?
Namaste, Babaji. How are you?
Good, good, good. What's happening?
So, yeah, everything's good here. I have the studio's almost done up in the country, so it's very exciting.
What are you going to do with the studio?
So hopefully soon we'll be able to do retreats and things like that. And then next year expand some of the living space and then, make it more like a space for people to come. I want to draw the people in.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's in Vermont. in a town called Pownell. It's in southern Vermont near Bennington. Yes, it's exciting. I sent you some photos in an email.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah, recently. So,
All right.
but
My
thank you,
blessings.
Babaji. All is well. I'll look forward to seeing you.
Okay, looks like it's a nighttime there. Everybody's ready to go to sleep. So go to sleep. Otherwise, I
Babaji,
will.
namaste. This is Uday. Mine is 7:30 Pacific time, so I'm still awake. Looking forward to meet you soon. I'm flying from here 26. I'll be landing 28 in Mumbai. And after spending a little bit of time with family and friends, I'm looking forward to fly to Varanasi for 2 days and meet you guys over there, and then to Delhi to meet another friend.
Okay, Uday, come. Just let me know.
Sure,
It would be
sure.
to see you.
It was
Maria,
very
Maria, are you there?
Namaste, Babaji.
Namaste, Maria. How are you?
Well, doing really good, really well. Everything is fine. Family gathered for holidays and just having some family time, some rest. I wish I would be in Benares, but at least I can go there with my mind and revisit the many times, many moments on the Ganges that I had. And it's already a blessing I had it.
What city are you in, Maria?
I'm in Austin, Texas.
I see.
So,
Well, I can imagine you sitting here, as you said before.
yes, when you described the cremation ground across the river, I could be right there because I've been there. Thank you so
Tom,
much.
I see right next to Maria. Tom Miley.
Mhm.
Unmute yourself. Tom, where
Yes.
are you?
I'm in Moorea, French Polynesia. Wonderful to see you, Babaji.
I would love to see you in Benares someday. It's not as pretty as Morea, but it has a different kind of beauty.
Yes. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, everyone. Have a pleasant night, sweet dreams, and I will see you next Sunday.